Hello everyone, I am TitanicSizedReviews. Today I am reviewing Fright Night, a 2011 remake. It's an hour and 45 minutes long. It's rated R. It's horror, action, and comedy, at least according to Tubi. This will be my 11 of 31 Halloween movies. I chose this one just because I'm kind of running behind today. It's been a long day. I've watched this movie before. I like this movie. I think it's pretty good. There's some parts that aren't, but in general, I think it's pretty good. I'm going to tell you who the characters are, at least the ones that I know. I'm not going to say I remember all their names. I didn't write any notes down for this one. Like I said, weird day. I'm going to go over the basis of the story real quick, and then give my review. This will probably be a pretty quick video. So the main character is Charlie, I believe. There's his mom. There's his hot girlfriend. She's a blonde chick. His best friend, McLovin. They had some other friend who you really just hear about, see a few clips in old videos. There's their neighbor, Jerry, who's clearly a vampire. Doctor Who, who's, well, a vampire hunter expert, as well as demons. Has his own TV show called Fright Night. And that's the basis of the main characters. There's a few little side characters. They're just there. Alright, the basis of the story is Charlie's kind of new neighbor, Jerry, moves in next door to him. I don't know how long he's been there. He supposedly works night shifts. Obviously, Charlie and his mom have no idea that he's a vampire for quite a while. But his old friend McLovin does, because him and their other best friend, whose name I don't remember, doesn't matter, have been watching him for a while. They caught him on camera. There's no image of him at all, because vampires don't cast an image in a reflection kind of way, just like with a mirror. The basic rules for the vampire apply to this. He cannot enter a house without being given approval first. Stake to the heart would kill him. Sunlight burns him. Holy water burns him. The easiest ways to kill him would be a stake, cutting off his head, burning him alive with the sun or fire in general, if there's enough of it. Well, Charlie eventually finds out that his neighbor is indeed a vampire, after he kind of casts away McLovin and doesn't believe him. We see McLovin at one point get turned into a vampire, thanks to Jerry. Well, Charlie warns his mom and his girlfriend, who are both at his home at the same time, not to go outside, not to let him in. His mom agrees. Good for her. Listening to her child. Well, Jerry goes to the backyard, pulls out the gas line, lights it on fire. And I really like this scene because he's like, can't stop me from coming in if there's no house. Pretty good. They run to their car, drive off. There's a really goofy scene right here when they're driving away and Jerry throws his motorcycle into their back window. It just doesn't look very clean. There's a lot of those graphics in this movie. Same thing with when they're eating people and there's like blood splattering. They don't look very modern, even for a movie of this age. Well, they drive off. Jerry catches up with them in his big ass truck. Gets out. They run Jerry's ass over. Jerry's obviously underneath the car. Starts breaking through it. The mom finally believes that he is indeed a vampire after all this bullshit. He's about to kill Charlie at one point after Jerry stops the car and then kills a random dude who bumped right into them. His mom saves him by stabbing Jerry right through the chest. Not quite the heart somehow. Well, they drive off. The mom's in the hospital. You're not going to see her again until the end of the movie. At this point, he goes to visit Doctor Who gives him a call. He had visited him before, and Doctor Who thought he was a nut job, obviously. But then he begins to believe him because he sees the symbol of a picture that Charlie brought. So Doctor Who decides to help them, and that's when McLovin shows up, because they gave him permission to come inside. Well, they fight McLovin. Jerry's ass shows up. Doctor Who locks himself in a panic vault, very smart. But he does leave the two young people outside to die. Kind of like a dick and a coward. Whatever. They kill McLovin. Sad face. Goodbye, friend. They manage to get downstairs away from Jerry after they hit him with some holy water. They kind of get separated in a club. Jerry gets a hold of Charlie's girlfriend, turns her, takes her with him, and then basically a whole rest of the day goes by. Charlie's just talking to Doctor Who, some ways that he could kill this vampire. He recommends fire, but things like, how am I going to get close if he's on fire? And it's like, yeah, it's a bad idea. Well, Charlie goes to a hardware store, I believe. Maybe Walmart, I don't know. Picks up some hunting supplies. Goes to Jerry's house that night like Van Helsing. No, actually, it's technically the daytime. Sorry. It's that day. My apologies. Breaks into the house. Tries to free his girlfriend. She falls through a hole in the floor. Finds out that there's a creepy-ass basement. Obviously, he's a fucking vampire. Not a big surprise there. Goes down. Tries to find him. They don't find him at first. Because Doctor Who decides to show up and help Charlie after all. Even though he originally didn't want to. Good for him. They go to the back of the house. Basement. They find his girlfriend. Jerry pulls Doctor Who and shoves him away. Closes the door behind him. Charlie's locked in the room with his ex. Or current girlfriend. Sorry. She tries to kill him. He stabs her but doesn't kill her because he doesn't want to kill her. He has a very special steak. I don't remember who made the steak in the movie is what they said. Some kind of Catholic priest. And if you kill the main vampire with it, it'll turn anyone he turned into a vampire back to normal. So that's their plan. So they have a little fight moment. Doctor Who shotgun they use to shoot the roof and make light come through so they don't get bitten by all the vampires that are down there that work for Jerry. Fucking Jerry. They keep them at bay. Jerry starts making out with Charlie's girlfriend like an asshole. Luckily, Charlie has a plan. His suit is soaked in what I believe is kerosene. Might just be lighter fluid. Lights himself on fire. Charges at Jerry. Latches onto him. And Jerry's trying to like get him off while he's on fire. Doesn't succeed. So they're kind of just bouncing around the place. He gets the steak thrown to him from Doctor Who. Stabs Jerry. Kills him. Everyone's freed. Woo. We get a certain amount of time later, and Charlie and his girlfriend are finally about to make whoopee. Doctor Who interrupts for a moment, walks out. His mom's fine, back at the house, working on fixing it after it was blown up. That's the end of the movie. Sorry, I'm rushing through this as I said, I'm kind of running late. Been a weird day. I like this movie a lot. I don't like some of the graphics in it. Like I said, with the blood or the motorcycle, for instance. It's hard for me to compare it to the older movie because I don't fully remember everything about that one. I remember certain things. I think that the special effects in that one are a bit better than this one. Not all the time, but for the most part, the older movie's special effects are definitely better. Like there's a moment when I'm assuming Charlie in that movie, that's his name probably, his friend turns into like a wolf. And it looks weird, looks freaky. They did a really good job with that. That one's a little bit creepier, has more of a creepy tone than this one does. This movie really is more of an action movie than a horror movie. It just has some horror aspects in it. That one's still kind of an action movie too, but I think that one's more horror than this one. So we're clear. That one also has two movies. The main actor from this movie, though, the 2011 version, did pass away, so probably won't get another one of these. Unless they completely remake it. Which I'd be down for, because I like this movie a lot. I'd say this movie's probably like a 7 out of 10, if I'm being honest. It's mostly just due to the special effects. and me comparing it to the older one, which, as I said, I think is a little bit creepier since it's supposed to have that horror vibe. But I really like this one. Well, that's basically my review for this. Jeez. What a day. Maybe you agree with my opinion, maybe you disagree. Please let me know. Leave a comment. Leave a like on the video. Click subscribe on the video. Help me out. Please. I would appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.